Skyrim today. And as the title states, um, let's talk playstyles. Which, by the way, Chase, you have an echo.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. Hold on, let me try to fix it. Good now?
I don't know. It's usually whenever I talk. Yeah, it's gone. No, it's not
Alright.
actually. It's still in there.
Well, there's not much I can do.
Do you have the sound going through your speakers on your TV?
No.
Okay. Well, then there really isn't much he can do. So, sorry guys if you hear poor audio, but it's whatever. Um, right now I am just doing the fortify restoration glitch. Now, if you guys want to see that in a separate video, I can do a separate tutorial guide on how to do that. But I'm sure there's plenty of other guides. I mean, there's some of them don't really explain it very well. I know there's a YouTuber named ESO. What he normally does is, well, he explains it very in depth and very um, precise. So if you guys want a good tutorial, you know, I would actually go into his channel, and he explains it very well. He doesn't tell you like some of the extra stuff that I'll tell you, but his is more precise than what I can explain it. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to see a in-depth tutorial guide on what I do to set up the fortify restoration glitch. So, but anyway, let's talk playstyles. So I guess we can start off with our favorite playstyles. I normally like. It's hard to say really because um it it's between a mage and a warrior for me. Like I like battle mages where like I'm up in the middle of everybody's face and using a whole bunch of magicka to sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. But the yeah, so the favorite playstyle from me is a battle mage, all time favorite. My whole Skyrim playthroughs usually are with a battle mage, but you know when I'm doing glitches and stuff, usually it's an archer. Now, what's your favorite kind of playstyle, Chase?
My favorite would probably. Actually, no, not probably. Definitely would have to be the Thief Assassin.
Ooh, interesting choice.
Yeah, I'm a
Now,
thiefy assassin kind of character.
yeah, I now you guys might
Occasionally I'll
be
spice things up, but
yeah. Um, I guess you guys are probably wondering why I'm playing as a Khajiit. It's because this character is going to be my leveled up character, and we okay, so being that the fortify restoration glitch is pretty much already done, cause I have the helmet that lets me or allows me to basically just uh make any kind of potion super powerful. So even if I wanted to, I could go make, like, for example, I could go make a fortify smithing potion with this, and it'd be like millions of percent better. So, but the reason why I made this Khajiit build is because I wanted to make an assassin archer build that I'm gonna level up uh, to a certain degree where it's not. Uh, I guess the reason why I wanted this is because I wanted a profile leveled up for the future, just in case they patch this. Because I know they patched the Ogma Infinium glitch. They patched that when Dawnguard came out, I think, and so I couldn't do that no more. But what I could do is do the Fortify Restoration glitch and then get to like level 150 or 100 or something like that, and then just quit and then have this file leveled up when I don't want to go through levels, you know, and just have some fun in Skyrim. So that's what I wanted to do with this Archer Assassin build. So I do play archers time to time. I do recommend you go check out ESO's. I'm gonna be doing a build on his archer assassin build. Uh, I do not know his link because I cannot put it in the description. But maybe when I edit the video later on, I will put it in there for you guys. But for now, I'm just gonna say, you know what? You know, just go check out his channel. He makes some pretty good builds. I like his builds quite a bit because they all make sense and they all synergize very well. But another playstyle I usually like playing is Sword and Shield with heavy armor. Now, like, what are your thoughts on that kind of playstyle, Chase?
I think that would actually be a very good playstyle.
The, I guess the one thing that Chase has told me before is he prefers an axe, like a war axe. Uh,
Yeah,
he prefers a war axe over a sword. Well, here's the thing that I like the sword over better than the axe. Even though the axe swings slightly slower than the sword and does slightly more damage, you're still putting out more damage than a in the same amount of time that an axe can put out, if not more, depending upon how, you know, if we're taking two legendary pieces of gear from a smith, it's pretty much going to be very up to the same damage, pretty much the same DPS on a, like, let's just say we're fighting level 30 giant or something like that, you know. And feel free to fill in if you do, Chase. And then you're fighting this giant, but you have a legendary sword and a legendary, like, Daedric sword and a legendary Dragonbone axe, I think. Yeah, Dragonbone axe. You can. I bet you the Daedric sword would either match it or be higher in DPS.
yeah, I can agree with you there that the swords will attack faster and give out more DPS, but you also have to look at the fact that axes are, how do I put it?
They stagger the opponents a lot easier because of the more
Yeah,
damage. That
yeah,
that's
that's what I
that's
was gonna
why I
say.
prefer like axes and maces better than that's one of the reasons why I like axes and maces better, is because you can stagger opponents quite easily and for a longer period of time. I'm pretty sure it's not very much. It's like 0.3 seconds or something like that. But that does add up in a game like this where you're trying to get out as much damage and kill a target as possible. Especially if it's a Dremora or something along those lines where you're fighting, and or like even a legendary dragon for that matter. You know? So The reason why I all time like the swords though is more. It swings faster. It doesn't do as much staggering as I would think, as you would think. But when you're using those power attacks and you stagger opponents, it may not be for very long, but you can put out more you can stagger more often than the axes and the maces can. But it at the cost of damage. But you get DPS out of it. That's why I prefer the swords a lot more. And you know, it's classic. It's classic. You know, it's the all-time, you know, warrior's favorite. You know, not necessarily all warriors, but it's the classic warrior build, right?
Pretty
So,
much, yeah.
um, I'm just I'm just in Dragon's Reach right now, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do right now. Anyway, oh, I know what I should do. I should go down to Arcadia's Cauldron and sell all my potions that I don't want. So, um, oh, I also got to sell my terrible gear or my Fortify Restoration loop gear because I don't need to do the loop no more. Whatever potion I make is automatically basically already maxed out. So, oh shoot. It's nighttime. Freaking vampires.
Yeah, but one thing that I really love about this game is that you can do so many things. There's thousands of builds you can play as.
Yeah, well,
easy.
not really thousands. I would say like more
Yeah,
like
not
hundreds.
not really thousands.
There's like
Yeah,
hundreds of builds that you can do.
I exaggerated a
Because there's,
little bit.
yeah, but there is quite a bit of customization to how your build is built. You know?
Yes.
Like, I mean, there's three basic builds that are just very generalized and they don't specify on everything. That's warrior, mage, and thief.
And pretty much every other build is based off of one of those.
Yeah, every build either has parts of two of them or all of them, or you know, is specified in one of those areas. And I pretty much, like I said, I'm a mage, so I'm generally gonna lean toward, you know, the mage skills and like maybe a little bit of enchanting, which is in the warrior skill tree. So, I know there is one mage build that I would like to give a try, and that's with illusion. I might do one of ESO's builds for that, but I know he's got like this one build where you can basically make other people do your bidding, and at the same time carry a dagger and be a thief at the same time. It's actually really funny to play that build. I've seen his gameplay of it, and it's actually really fun. Seems like, anyway. So. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Okay, so. Yeah, so. Are there any, like, is there, like, a top 3 builds that you would play on a normal basis, usually? Not your all-time favorite, but just a top 3 builds that you're usually drawn towards. Like a top 3 personal for you.
Well, you know me, I'm more of a thief person, so
Yep,
I'm gonna
that's
be leaning
obvious.
more towards thief playstyles.
Yep, that's obviously going to be number 1 on your list.
Yeah, just a basic thief. Not really
Yeah,
anything
so,
special, just
yeah,
thief.
just, yeah. And then, what would you say the other 2 would be?
Um, well, probably my next one that I would play most often is a illusionist. That's also a thief, so kind of like an illusionist
Looking to
thief
protect yourself or deal some
combination.
damage?
Oh, so kind of like what I just said.
Kinda, yeah.
Not
But what?
entirely, but you know.
But anyways, yeah, I like playing the illusionary thief because you can cast fury on your opponents to make them do the killing for you if there's multiple in the area, or you can cast calm so that way you can calm them down if they're already naturally hostile.
Mhm.
Or once you get it high enough at expert level, you'll be able to cast what is it? Invisibility better.
Yeah,
Don't forget to check
But
inside the
that
shop
makes
for
sense.
anything.
you could always just
Nope.
make potions
Sorry.
of invisibility and potions of stuff that would basically be illusion, but I'm not that great with potions.
Yeah, I have an app on my phone that I usually use for alchemy and enchanting usually. Not so much enchanting. It just tells you all the different enchants. It doesn't really like tell you how to do it because it's pretty self-explanatory. But the alchemy, usually it takes a bit to like look up on the wiki and stuff how many like how do you like do and make like certain potions. It takes like hours to read through the wiki and just do that, you know. That's why I downloaded an
Yeah.
and it doesn't even have to be a paid app either. I have this one app that says alchemy for Skyrim. Not sponsored, but and so it's free and it tells you all the ingredients for every potion, and it will tell you like specific ingredients that you need for certain potions, and it'll tell you all the different potion types. So like fortify health or fortify health regen or something like that or something like you know. So uh,
I thought you were already on
the
your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
I'm actually looking at it right now. There, you know, there's it'll show you different. It'll tell you different locations and how much the ingredients are worth on a usual basis from a baseline level. So, um, you know, so at their most expensive when you don't have as much speed skill.
Yeah.
So,
But
oh shoot,
yeah, that actually sounds like a pretty helpful app. But
it is a pretty
anyways,
helpful app. Yes.
yeah. Anyways, though, my third character that I'd like to play as is a archer assassin,
Okay.
cause I'm not so much for killing people. I'm mostly into thievery in this game.
Okay.
But sometimes when it comes down to it, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I just wanna freaking kill some people.
Yeah.
Especially the people that are like really annoying in the game.
Yeah, like I know there's this
Like
one I
Nazim.
can name one character right off the bat over by
Nazim.
not Nazim. He's one of them though, but
Nazim.
he's like
Nazim
number
is so
5 on my
annoying.
list. He's really annoying. Anyway, so
Oh yeah.
do you get to the Cloud District very often? Jeez,
What am I
like
saying? Of course you don't.
yeah, like my goodness, he's such a hothead too. Anyway,
I
no,
know.
my most annoying character is the one over by what's it called? The you know where you go to the Greybeards?
Yeah, hi Roth. Oh wait, no,
High
Iverstead?
Overstead, yes, that's it. When you go there, there's like an old man, or not. He's not really old, but he's homeless, and he lives in this burnt down house, or so it seems
Oh,
to
that
be.
guy? Yeah,
And
there's actually rumors that he's a werewolf.
Yes, because ESO did a review on that whole tragedy, and I encourage you guys to go watch that because he it's supposed that he's actually a werewolf and he killed his so-called lover.
What do you need?
You
So
speak very highly of this ESO. Is he the reason that you started YouTube?
no, he's not really, but I figured I'd do something, other than, because at some games that I play, the reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel is to, express
Nope.
my talent and my not or like being a show off, but just express how good people actually can be, in a video game and help people out so that way, they can get to my level. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just saying it's I'm here to help.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Help you guys get good so that way, we're all on the same page. I just prefer ESO when it comes to Skyrim because he's quite a funny guy and quite talented and quite intelligent too. Especially when it comes to Skyrim and Fallout. Because he does Fallout guides too.
What's the matter? You
So-
can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
Wait, what? There's like red all over these. What? And the cow still. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Cow, do not leave the pen, okay? You're not supposed to leave the pen. so, oh my gosh. Faendal, quit opening up the gate for the cow to escape. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it,
I work
Chase.
with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables.
Anyway,
Most days.
yeah, so, my top three would have to be, like, if I had to go with the general builds, it'd have to be Mage, Warrior, then Thief, because
You tried mercenary work?
here's the thing why I put Thief last, okay? The reason why Thief is last is because when it comes down to it, you're putting yourself in a lot of risk. Especially when it comes to, when it comes to, you get caught doing something and then you have to go to jail or pay your fine or whatever. It's like you either do your time or pay your fine type thing.
That's why I recommend doing one of two things, or maybe even both.
Okay.
But here's what I recommend. I recommend doing the the stealth exploit at the start of the game, where you just keep hitting rail off in the back. Either that, or get through the Thieves Guild questline, because once you get through the Thieves Guild questline, you can actually bribe guards to ignore your fine.
That is true, but to a certain degree, that won't work anymore because of your crimes.
To a certain degree, yeah.
To a
'Cause,
certain
like, if you
degree,
murder-
yes. Like, if
if
you
you
murder a
have
ton of
murdered
people,
somebody.
yeah, if you murdered a ton of people,
No,
they're
just
not gonna.
one person.
What are you looking
Well, it is.
'Cause
It is
one-
just one person.
It's,
you know? Even
yeah, if you murder somebody, you get the highest bounty there is, 5,000.
Okay. Well,
I think that's
When
the
that
highest. They could have
happens-
changed it.
yeah, yeah. When that happens, usually, you're gonna either pay the fine or, pretty much you're pretty much set up to just go to jail at that point, and then all your stolen goods and stuff are taken. I mean, you could just do your skills again and then get all your items back from the barracks and stuff inside town halls and stuff. But it's just really
Or-
not worth it because the guards there's at least one or two guards usually in there. And if you did the exploit at the beginning of the game or with the graybeards, because there's a way to do it with the graybeards too.
Yeah, there is.
Because the graybeards are actually capped at 150 level. So when when you do it with the graybeards, I mean, you can do it later on, but it's better just to do it right off the beginning.
Yeah,
Everybody
but
knows that.
Nothing.
speaking of getting caught and everything, you didn't actually ask me my top four favorite builds or top five, but either way, my fourth favorite build is actually the
Nope.
jailbird. Basically, what I do is I get myself caught, and I actually practice
You tried
escaping
mercenary work?
jail, so that way, whenever I'm playing as my thief character and I end up going to jail, I can use my skills to escape.
Well, that
And
is
it's actually
true.
And
Nope.
it's actually quite a
Sorry.
fun character to play as, because I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like a rush trying to escape from a prison cell.
Yeah, that's more like a fun type build, I would say, because it's not really practical
Yeah,
for anything else, really. I mean, it does help you
yeah, and
become a
it's
better thief, but like I said, it's just practice. It's not an actual build, but
yeah, it's more so just for
like a tip
freaking
to escaping, lock picking, stuff like that in your
yeah.
stealth.
Or
So
if you like playing, or if you like playing roleplay, you could pretend that you were suspected of treason. You never did anything, and now you're like on a quest or something to change your life, and you ended up going to jail and you had to escape. It's a good roleplay idea.
that
Me,
is true.
anyways.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Nothing.
Boys, girls, dogs,
yeah.
elders. There's nobody I won't fight.
So yeah. Well, my second favorite, why it's the warrior, is because it's actually it's one of my most played builds usually, because it's just such a classic, man. It's such a classic. Sword and shield, heavy armor. You can't beat it because you got the best defense in the world.
Nope. Sorry.
And then on top of that, you get the nice staggering and DPS build that you can get too. Well, here's the other thing too. You can pair that with the enchanting skill, and you can practically, do well if you have the build in mind that I do from ESO. He uses a enchantment called Chaos Damage, which has a chance to do fire, frost, and shock damage. If it all proc at once, and you have the extra effect perk in the enchanting skill tree, you can actually start doing like 200 plus damage, um, pretty close to mid game, really. And that's not an exaggeration. You can kill enemies really quickly with that build, especially with absorb health and chaos damage put together. Because then you're pretty much absorbing every health that you're taking from that enemy and damaging them at the same time, while still you're still doing tons more damage at the same time of doing all of that. So
Sounds a little like a vampire build.
it's more or less a vampire build than anything, but that's kind of what I wanted to do
Nope. Sorry.
on PS3, but I never really had the DLC content to become a vampire, because that's part of the whole idea that you're absorbing health and doing tons of damage. That's the whole idea. So now I have special edition where I have mods and stuff that I can do and use that to my advantage. Now, if you guys know me from like Destiny and stuff, I like to play a warlock, a space mage as I call it. Well, there's no exception here. I am a mage at heart.
Nope. Sorry.
It's always fascinated me that magic is it's not a skill to be underestimating, really. I mean, when you think about it, most of Skyrim's enemies actually, and
Use
any
magic.
yeah, exactly, and none other than frost magic, because most of the dragons and stuff, like, they'll do frost damage, and frost damage is better than fire damage, actually, in most cases.
At the
Because,
beginning, though,
yeah, yeah,
most dragons will be using fire damage because it's the weakest of the magics. And as you get further and further on, more and more will be doing frost damage, and I'm pretty sure that some of them could do shock damage. I can't remember.
no, not dragons.
Uh, I must have been thinking something from another game that has dragons or something.
You're probably thinking of Dragon Age.
No, I haven't played Dragon Age. I don't even know what that is.
It's basically the same thing as Skyrim, only in third person, really.
Hmm.
And there's it's basically just like Skyrim.
Oh, I remember. I know what I remember from. It was from a TV show.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, Alice in Wonderland.
No. No.
Anyway, yeah, and that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about in Skyrim today. I just wanted to, talk playstyles, because I did do an introduction, what I thought of the game and graphics-wise and stuff like this in Skyrim. I think it was either Friday or Thursday last week, so just thank you for joining us, Chase, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed making this video with you. Hopefully we can do it again sometime, and maybe we'll talk a different topic next time, when we're doing a Let's Talk series.
Like maybe next time we'll talk about chest locations or secret areas you can get into or something like
yes, yes, that should be our next topic. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, if you want to see chest locations. Although I will mention, my favorite YouTuber has done like pretty much all 10 of them, because there's 10 total in the game, and ESO has done them all. So let me know if you guys want to see that. I can go into an in-depth guide on how to do, or how to get to them in specific parts, and how to make it easier for you. Alright? Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. As always, comment and share on the video. Let me know what you think about it. And as always, I will see you all in the underworld.